Hey everybody. I'm back with a matchup analysis on Ghosty. He is the person who I don't know if any of you are aware, but just a little backstory, I guess, is one of our SoCal tournaments, the Balcony, hosted a very ambitious fundraiser just a couple months ago that they had on I think Rocket Hub or something like that, and they managed to raise over $2,000 for our stream setup and that tournament series in general. And different incentives were given out, and one of the incentives that Ghosty paid for was a matchup analysis done by me. I haven't done one in a really long time, actually. I've been, uh, I guess, lazy slash doing other stuff, and I've been meaning to do this one for a while, but I've been a little sick. But I'm a little better now, and there are a couple of things that are really exciting about this match, so I'm glad that I can do this one. So without any further ado, I think the volume control is fine on this. Ghosty is Squirtle, and I'm gonna be doing two videos. Well, one video, but two games in the video against this dude's Fox Arby. So I think that I want to talk about two main things. I want to talk about the stage selection and how that affects the matchup dynamic, and I want to talk about just basic conditioning things and how the characters interact and how they benefit off of being able to predict the other player's movement. Because Squirtle's a very strange character, in my opinion. He has to play a little differently than other characters, and Fox is very fast, so you have to play against him a certain way, right? So, first match is going to be on WarioWare, second match is going to be on Dreamland, and I want everyone to sort of pay attention to how the matchup dynamic changes, right? Right off the bat, you can kind of see that Squirtle, he's like a fast-ish character, but he doesn't have the moves, and he's not quite as fast as Fox. So you see there's a lot of zoning that's happening, sort of, right? Like sort of safe Street Fighter style poking. Let's zoom all the way back to the beginning of the match. And you see that Ghosty right now is the one who's sort of setting the match. A lot of, they're like, wait, how many is that? Like 3 rolls in a row or something? Spot dodge, roll, roll, roll. Yeah, so you can tell that Arby's on the defensive, trying to. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't too aware of what Squirtle did, right? So you see right here, it's a lot of just. Squirtle doesn't have really good ins on Fox. So you have to sort of play this low percentage game really carefully, right? You get the tech down situation, and like you see that Ghosty will go for this a lot, where it's like he will knock him down, right? And then he will predict a tech option and try to scoop him with a down smash, right? You can't really do much else with fast fallers unless you get a grab, which is a little tough with Squirtle. He can't really dash dance grab very well. So right now you can see it's a lot of like because, and let's talk about the stage for a little bit. Because the stage is so small, right? You can do a shell shift into an aerial, into like a sort of maybe short hop, B reverse, bubble or water gun or something, right? And for Squirtle, that covers pretty much the entire stage. So there are two relevant stage positionings here, right? If we're gonna like ignore the platforms for a little bit and we're gonna talk about the main stage, is that we have Fox center stage, right? If Fox is center stage, that means that Ghosty can cross up aerial, right? Or he can like poke with like water guns or something. Or the other situation is that Fox is in the corner, right? And then if that's the case, then Ghosty can either take center stage or he can do a sort of like, well, he kind of has to stay center stage and maintain that positioning because he can sort of get whiff punished if he does an unsafe aerial or something like that, right? There isn't a lot of stage to work with. So in a sense, Fox is always threatened by Squirtle, right? So you can tell that even when he's trying to do these lasers, right? He's still in the threat range, right? He's still in the threat zone of Squirtle. So right here, when they're both jumping, Squirtle like has to be met with an aerial by Fox. If you're Fox, you are in Squirtle's zone and you have to take an aggressive defensive option, right? An aggressive defensive option would be something like a retreating back air or like a nair that's like kind of invading their space, where it's like you want to have a hitbox out because you can't run away from Squirtle when he's this close to you. He threatens so much space passively because of his burst movement that an option like dash dancing away isn't possible on a stage like this, right? So you see that Fox goes for this drill, and that's what stuffs Squirtle out. So you'll see a lot of conversions from RB be of that nature, right? Right here, Fox has center stage, and ooh, that was a good pickup. So caught the roll, right? So you see right here that whiffed up smash. RB's looking for a kill right now, so he goes for this, and this is a theme you'll see a lot actually. Is that this guy, once Ghosty reaches a certain percentage, RB will just start up smashing like crazy. So that's another thing to pay attention to as the set goes on, to notice those habits, right? So you see right here, quick wave land, and then this down smash covers all tech options, which is good, right? Worst case scenario in that is that Fox jumps out and then wave lands on platform, then you can get the punish, right? But if his movement isn't like that, you see that there hasn't been a lot of platform play yet. So it's going to be very ground-based, this neutral game. So this is a pretty good option for that. Picks him up, gets the grab, up throw or down throw or something, and then just a clean edge guard. Should be. Misses the angle, but, you know, that's should be a stock. It should be a stock. Squirtle's edge guarding game is pretty decent because his back air has a long, lingering hitbox. If you refresh invincibility the correct way, it's a little awkward because his double jump height is so high, so you have to be able to really drop down low if you want to cover certain areas really long, right? Because the nature of Squirtle's double jump is that it starts off with a lot of initial velocity. So you can't just do a double jump back air and then have that cover a lot of space like it would with, like, let's say, hard to say, but like let's say that if Ganondorf had Mario's back air, right? Ganondorf's double jump is very small, so you can double jump. Oh, I guess Ganon can do it with up air, right? So Ganon can do a double jump up air, and then that will cover a lot of the space that he currently occupies. Whereas for Squirtle, when he double jumps and he back airs, he covers the space way above him, right? So you'll see right here that Ghosty has to drop really low, in theory, in order to get that back air out, right? But let's see, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4, and he's already above the Firefox. So that's something to keep in mind with Squirtle, is where you place your double jump, how low you have to drop in order to double jump at the height that you want in the end. And you see that back air comes out a little too high. And there's another up smash, right? I think, yeah, so like he's just going for smash attacks right now. And that's something that you're going to notice a lot on the next stock in particular, because I already saw this set, I already know what's going to happen. But this should be, yeah, little uncomfortable edge guarding right there, right? So fixing up the edge guard game against Fox is just really important. Let's see. Okay, that's just going to be the stock. That was, I think, bad DI, but, you know, you got to get the stock eventually, right? Here we go. We're back to this sort of, and again, right? You see that Fox is like, right now, RB is in a very defensive mode, really reactionary towards Ghosty. Whenever you see a Fox shooting lasers out, you kind of want to think like, okay, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to bait me in? Are they trying to push my aggression? This water gun is very poorly spaced, so he eats in air. But you'll see that right now, and that's the transition point, right? Which I think is funny. Right here, off a platform, right? Uses the invincibility, misses it, but then he retreats, right? Retreating, gets the hit, and once he gets the hit, he's like, oh, okay, I got center stage now, so now I'm going to just be really aggressive about it. Right now, Fox is occupying center stage. Now we're back retreating with lasers. And now it's very tough for Ghosty to get in on this, right? You have to do something like this. You have to do something crazy, which is why I think Squirtle is a very tough character to learn, where you have to commit to this slingshot and then go like this, hoping for the cross-up. But you see that I don't think he got the frame perfect one. The frame perfect one goes like super duper far. But right here, in theory, the Fox could have just stayed on corner and then Ghosty would have he would have been whiff punished for it. So it's a very dangerous game that you play with Squirtle. So right here again, stage positioning is very important to pay attention to. Watch how Fox is like center stage, tries to go for it. What was that? He was just punished off a whiff jab or something. Oh, whiff grab. Yeah. So another, I think he drops this edge guard too. Yeah, very. I guess rusty edge guarding. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Okay, Ghosty is at 93% right now, and if I look, like I knew this like already, and this is just kind of like basic player habits, right? You look at your percentage and you think about what your opponent wants to do at that percentage to you. Last stock, RB went for a lot of up smashes, right? He had 4 moves at that critical KO percent. It was an up smash, a down smash, well, the third one was a spot dodge, and then another up smash. So these are things that you have to pay attention to. He just did another up smash. So watch how... never mind. Okay, it's the next stock. My bad. But, just a preview for things to come. He's going to be doing, like, a lot of up smashes if he can't secure that kill. When they get back into neutral and that Squirtle is at over 80 or something like that, again, with these edge guards that are kind of... Yeah, right? So... just dropping a couple of these. I think that Ghosty would have been able to take this game pretty convincingly if his edge guards are really on point. Right here, misses another one. Because, like, the thing with Fox is that he is going to dominate the neutral game, just by the nature of his character. But every other character's advantage, I suppose, is their ability to gimp and their ability to sort of push the punish game really far. So you need to be able to do that against Fox. Right here, again, right, you see that the aggressive option is what stuffs Squirtle. Fox has good moves. He has good moves like Nair, and that's going to stuff out a lot of what Squirtle wants to do, right? See right here, I think he goes for... he's trying to sling jump or something like that. But the Nair just stuffs it out. If you're a Fox, you can just put out Nairs, and then that beats out a lot of stuff. So it kind of forces Squirtle to be on the defensive. To respect a Fox's aggression on a stage like this is very difficult with a character like Squirtle, who doesn't have... Yeah, okay, so here's exactly what I'm talking about, right? And if you're Ghosty, you're thinking, okay, or you should be thinking, that this Fox really wants the up smash. So I should adapt my play to do that, right? I think that at this percent, you might be out of up throw, up air percentage. I'm not too sure, especially with the double jump like Squirtle's. Maybe. So it's not that bad of an idea to just wave dash in and shield, and like wave dash out of shield and get a grab or something. But look, we got that, right? Got another up smash, got a jab, another up smash, right? So you see right there, it's just, you should respond to what the player is trying to do, right? So right here, he gets an up smash, and then he gets that nair, whiffs that one, gets that grab, misses the tech chase, and instead of going for that forward tilt, just sort of feel out the neutral a little more. Sometimes people get really antsy when they're at higher percentages, and they're like, you know what, the other guy's at a low percent, I'm at a high percent, let's even it up really fast, right? And you want to be a little more aggressive about it, sometimes. And sometimes you're like really defensive about it, right? You're like, okay, I just need to like get the damage on and change that. But what you should really be doing is not seeing that higher percentage as a disadvantage. You should be seeing it as a different set of circumstances for the game. Another up smash closes it out. So you should be playing to your opponent's mentality, saying, they have me at a high percent. What do they want to do, and how do I respond to that thought pattern or that play style in order to maximize how I want to play, And they're going to go to Dreamland right here. And I always have, I have like a little stage stereotypes that I give. If someone counterpicks to WarioWare, they are desperate. If someone counterpicks to Dreamland, they are scared. So what do I mean by that? I think that a punish game is amplified on WarioWare and on small stages, and I think that a neutral game is amplified on large stages like Dreamland, right? If you're scared of getting killed, and if you're scared about being out-punished or like just being run over like a steamroller, then you want to open the game up. You want to take them to a stage like Dreamland, where maybe you can feel out the neutral a little more. We didn't really see a lot of the neutral. There was a very contained neutral last game. But now you can see right here that the counterpick actually doesn't work out the way that Ghosty wants it to, because he didn't see that Fox has this really strong keep away game. You see how these lasers are going to go unpunished for pretty much the rest of the game, because there's so much space. Squirtle had a lot of space that he could cover on a small stage like Wario Land, but he has to cover so much more space on Dreamland that he has a lot of opportunity to get sort of dash dance baited or whiff punished out or something like that. And is that the stock? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another thing, just like real small, is that if you are being juggled, something to acknowledge is that you are in a bad position tactically, and you shouldn't really play for good positioning from this spot. You should be playing to reset to neutral or something, right? Because the important thing in Smash is acknowledging a bad position and turning a worse position into a less bad position, as opposed to what a lot of players try to do is turn every situation into a good situation, right? Sometimes you don't want to have that good situation, or you can't afford to take that gamble. You want to just say, okay, I lost. Let me cut my losses and see how I can redeem this in any way possible. And a low-level player mistake is to do something like this. You see that Squirtle down airing in this very terrible 360p quality? You see this Squirtle down airing, that's someone who's trying to cover his landing with an attack, with a hitbox. There are so many ways that a down air like that could be baited out, it could be beaten out. You had an opportunity for other defensive options as that Squirtle. You could drift a certain way and then B-reverse, or you can air dodge down, and those options obviously aren't going to net you any sort of reward, but they are going to let you get back down to the bottom of the stage. So maybe it is improper to bring that up right here necessarily, but Squirtle had a lot of time. Right here, you could double jump. You could double jump and then bait that up air and then use that to drift, and if you're drifting a different way than him, then you can reset to neutral. That's fine. But there's also that little guy in the back of your head that says, hey, but wait, what if I can stop my punish game right now? What if I can turn this bad situation into a good one, and it's not that big a deal? So you do that down air, hoping, praying that this fox whiffs the up air, mistimes it or something, so you can get that down air. Once you get that down air, you're falling together, he pops up out the bottom, you still have your double jump because you saved it because, you want the best situation possible. You up air, then you double jump, and you forward air, and it's an edge guard. Or something, right? Something like that. So, sometimes there are really high highs, but sometimes you just want to, shake it off, ignore it, and just reset to neutral. If you are the better player, you want to play neutral as much as possible, in my opinion. Because then that's where you can really see and play a player's mentality, figure out their play styles and stuff like that. So, yeah, just think about reversals and stuff. Here we go, up throw, up air, misses it, gets jabbed out of that. Let's take a look at the neutral again, right? You see this slingshot jump into a bubble takes up half of the stage, right? Squirtle starts right at the corner, right here, ends right here, 2/3 something. It doesn't take up the whole stage. In Wario Land, that maneuver takes up the whole stage. So the whole main platform is under distress, sort of. It's under the sphere of influence of Squirtle's movement. This stage is too big to do that. So you'll see, like, if you're gonna go in, you have to, and if you're Fox, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for this Squirtle to go in and then do that, right? That dash attack is kind of lame. You could do something better than that. But you see right here, just dash dance out, and you have the space to do it. And that's the difference in neutral game between different stages. And, yeah, I mean, I'm a platform guy, and you'll see a little bit of platform movement towards the end as sort of a desperation attempt. But learning the platform layout is very important, too. So not only is this stage, like, large, like Final Destination, but it has platforms. So the fact that Ghosty isn't going for platforms to augment his movement is something that he could stand to improve upon. Right now, we see again that this up smash hit. Don't even remember this match, but I bet that either a backer's coming out or another up smash. There's another up smash. There's another up smash. Roll, roll, laser, 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 laser. Is it another up smash? Back air. Okay, here we go. Here, another up smash, and we're gonna go for another one. You saw that one at the startup. Another one. See, and like, you should really be paying attention to habits like that. I think is very important. Let's just look at this whole exchange again. Instead of doing aggressive stuff like here, and it's kind of hard because Squirtle doesn't really have a dash dance. as well. But you can like wave dash back, do like weird movement things, jump over it. Just really, you should be playing to what your opponent is playing right now. You can see right now that Ghosty is like, oh frick, like he's at the mid percent. I gotta play my game when he is at a mid percent. What do I want to do? He's at a crouch cancel percent. I want to get him in that knockdown. But you really should be playing to your percent. I'm at a high percent. He's at a mid percent. What does he think that I want, and how can I take advantage of that? So again, another missed edge guard. Ghosty really should be getting these edge guards, I think. Ooh, drill. Oh, that's funny. I really like it when people do unconventional combos. They work, and then they immediately try them again. So drill up tilt. I don't know if that's real, but he gets it, right? And he's gonna do, oh, that just worked. Let's drill, and then up tilt again. But it doesn't. It's not real. So that's just a little funny blips of learning and personality that you can see in the characters. Just, I don't know, it's really fun. Again, you see right here, right here, when they are this far apart, there is so much time to react to Squirtle's movement. This is how come, if you stay real safe with the character as fast as Fox, you can get huge whiff punishes. This could be a up smash. This could be a grab. This guy's not the best, so he goes for a whiff dash attack. But he gets this up smash, right? And he gets it because Squirtle's trying to do the same thing. Just reaching. And reaching is very bad. Reaching is a very, very bad habit that a lot of players get when they're nervous. A lot of players get when they like really want the win, when they're really hungry. So just pay attention to when you're reaching and just say no. Sometimes you want to like, okay, now that Ghosty's on his last stock, he's down 3 stocks to 1 right now. Right? Oh, catches him. Bad edge guard again. But yeah, think about it. Two bad edge guards, right? If we got those ones, then the game would be even. But okay, if I remember correctly, this is when Ghosty starts to utilize the platforms. Oh, okay, right on cue. And it's really interesting, like to try all these different tactics out to see what your opponent responds. Right? Right here, he's still lasering. Ghosty isn't very comfortable on the platforms, but that gave a lot of useful information, right? What is his game plan? What is RB's game plan? And how do I do different defensive play styles to draw out different aggressions from him? How do I do different offensive play styles in order to draw out different defensive options from him? You really want to learn the player as you're playing the game. And we're in Up Smash Town again. But right here, there is a lot of useful information that could be extracted here. I don't know if Ghosty noticed it or saw it, but look. Right here, up tilt, he's thinking that Ghosty is going to go down. Every little move tells a story about like what the player wants. Right here, Nair, he thinks that Ghosty's going to go down again. He fades in a little bit, but doesn't fade in too much because he doesn't want to be on that platform. RB's not comfortable on the platform either. He probably doesn't know punishes like that well on the platform game. Right here, lasering, and you see that right now, this is RB responding to the platform movement, right? He's like, okay, well, if you're going to be on a platform, let me just shoot lasers up here then. He doesn't want to push the advantage because being on a platform typically is a disadvantageous position for a character to be on. Depends on the matchup, right? But for Fox, against Fox, being above Fox is not that great. And on a more aggressive Fox, they're going to sniff that out and they're going to say, hey man, you're on a platform, I'm going to up air you, or I'm going to full jump down air you and then drill shine or something, right? Or like maybe I'll do like short hop up airs underneath you and just try to shark your movement, throw out nairs or something. There are a lot of things that Fox can do to be aggressive and put platform pressure on you, keeping you on those platforms. But being able to see what RB did is that, okay, well, he's not comfortable doing that. What if that means that I can really use these platforms as an offensive movement option? And that's something that you really want to pay attention to. So you see right here, most of the gameplay is on the main stage, which is another important thing to notice, right? Ooh, here's another up smash. So let's see what the next move is, because I have a feeling that I know what it is. Ooh, okay. We're going to even it up for a second there. Here we go. Up air. Jab. That was probably a jab up smash. Okay, here we go. We got this edge guard. Nice. And now, things are looking real close. Oh, jeez. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. You know he wants it. Oh, no. You see that? No, nothing. There's no moves being thrown out. This is very stressful. There are no moves being thrown out except for lasers right now. So you know when you see a fox doing this, it's like, oh geez. You know he wants it. You know he wants it, right? So you gotta play into that. Right here. Being on that platform is really helpful. See? Oh, and he gets caught. Right? But like you can smell it in the water. That right here, and there are opportunities. There are opportunities to exploit this. In my opinion, and this is the opinion of other players that I've talked to, it should, in theory, be impossible to lose if you know exactly what your opponent wants. If you know exactly what your opponent is thinking and what they want and what they're afraid of, you should win most of the time. You should definitely win the very next neutral game exchange if your tech skill is on point. So I see a situation like this, and even though if this were me, I don't play Squirtle, right? Who cares? But if this were me and I was at 100 and they're at 0 and I see them lasering and up smashing, and I know that that's what they want, I don't think I'm behind anymore. I think that I'm ahead, you know? Because you have that info on them, and they very clearly aren't showing a response to your playstyle. So you can do anything that you want, and they're doing one thing. So if I'm Squirtle right here, right? Squirtle's wave dash is really long. So I go over and I do a little bit of dash dance, shell shift, whatever, and I shield. They up smash and they hit my shield, and then it shield knockback, whatever. I wave dash and I shield. I get a grab. I know that I can get a grab because this fox hasn't been showing that he has been the kind to nair or like do shine pressure or whatever, right? At this percent, this entire 2-game like thing that I've seen is he's been up smashing. So exploit that, right? And Ghosty, like, you know, got caught on an up air, and that ends the game. But I don't know. I think there are a lot of interesting things to talk about in that game, in those 2 games. Different ways that Ghosty could definitely improve his matchup against Fox, how to improve as far as reading habits as a player, how to know what you want from a stage and how you can pick a different stage to play to your strengths. I definitely don't agree with the Dreamland counterpick. Ghosty didn't play the way that you need to play on that stage. He was definitely far too hungry and reaching for a lot of stuff, which is like the kind of play style that players can exploit on Dreamland. So yeah, hopefully that was a sufficient matchup analysis video. I'm gonna probably talk to this guy about the matches afterwards. You know, that's part of the whole package. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you later.